Okay. I have no idea how this works. Do you guys hear me? Does everybody hear me here? I gotta figure out how to bring this, okay, here we go. Oh, there you guys are. Hey guys. I've never done this on YouTube here, so I'm curious. Back in the day, I was just about partnered on Twitch. I'm not sure how all this works. Here we are. Here we are. Hey, welcome guys. What's up? Wow, this is it. This is it. Okay, cool. Is there anything that needs changed? Minecraft, Bedrock, PS4. Wow, this is it, guys. We're finally doing this. Bedrock. I haven't even tried it. I've been literally converting worlds right now. One thing I'll give you a tip if you haven't done anything yet on this, before you even get started, go through and go to your storage, your PlayStation storage, and upload all your old world save data files to the cloud. Because if you look at my storage bar, it was like full when I loaded this, even though it was maybe like half, two-thirds full on the PlayStation edition. So I had to go through and delete a bunch of old worlds just to convert the ones that I want to convert over. Like when I first tried to convert a world, it was like, no, there's not enough room. So I actually had to go through and delete a bunch. So you could save yourself some time if you're almost at storage cap and do that before you even load up the game. So yeah, I haven't even tested this. I was in a chat with a couple guys and they were doing some testing. And so we're gonna see what works. Look at these menus though, dudes. This is gonna be crazy. And look at this. There's bees. This is gonna be cool. So anyway, I think we're just gonna kind of like look through the worlds, see what's working, see what doesn't work, and if there's anything specific you need me to check out, let me know. I've only got a couple worlds transferred over, so we're gonna look at kind of everything we've got so far, see what works and see what doesn't work. And we're just gonna look at the bees. Oh, the bees are gonna be so cool. I don't have my keyboard hooked up. My whole house, all I got is laptops and tablets. I'm getting a keyboard later. I have a mouse hooked up. I don't know how. So this is gonna be interesting. So we'll mess with all this stuff later. I haven't signed into the Microsoft. As far as I know, the servers don't work right now on PlayStation. That's going to come later. I'm assuming it's not going to take very long to do that. So the Microsoft is going to ask you if you want to sign in like with a Microsoft account, and I didn't. You don't need to at first. You need to do that in order to enable cross-platform play and to like bring over like packs you bought on the PlayStation. So you could skip that for now. And as far as I know, it's not going to hurt anything. Wait, that means there's honey blocks. Yeah, buddy, that's going to be so cool. It's going to be so cool. Look at all this stuff. Wow. Let's bring that up to like 70 and see what it does to our performance. Look at all these menus. View bobbing off. Definitely off. Smooth lighting. Field of view can be altered by gameplay. So probably if like your gameplay's taking a hit, then it might lower that. Oh, here's your render distance. 22 chunks. Okay. 11 on both sides. Particle render distance. This is nice. This is really nice. Because you got to think about like all the particles that are like from TNT and throwing. Oh, my head's a mess right now. I'm just trying to think of so many things at once. But throwing potions, you could turn that down. Okay, so this is going to be fun. Anyway, we'll mess with all that as we go. I can't wait to play with my friends. Yeah, no kidding. Wait, friends? What? What are those? Alright, so I did it. I transferred the survival, and I also transferred a copy of the Psycraft. Now we're going to have to change that. No, I guess we can keep that name. Over to see what works. And then I transferred the little iron farm over because I figured you guys want to take a look at that. So let's boot this up. Oh my god, I'm nervous. Everything's gonna be broken. Everything's gonna be broken. So some of the big things I want to take away from this is I'm sure most all the redstone stuff's gonna be broken. But what I'm curious about is since I've already flown around the nether. I've seen the nether walls. I'm curious to see if whether or not the nether's going to update and become infinite even though I've loaded those. I'm curious about that. And we also need to go to the end because I've already unlocked all four of the end islands. So I'm curious. Wow, here we are. Okay. So I'm curious if I can open more gateways. So let's see here. This is gonna be weird. How do we... Okay, so let's go back to the base, which is up here somewhere. Somewhere up here is the nether hub. Really get tired of the swirling sixes and the... Yeah, exactly. The no particles is going to be huge. Because I think that could have, you know, like on the old legacy console, they would reduce the amount of TNT you can have primed because of those. And it's like, why don't you just give us the option to turn it off? Come on, where's my nether hub at? Look at my menu here, and let's see. And I think, and there should be a way for us to turn on our coordinates here. Difficulty, show coordinates. Simulation distance 4 chunks. I was talking about that in the video yesterday. I'm having issues making a Microsoft account. Yeah, I've heard people are having issues. I just skipped it, to be honest. Oh, look at these coordinates. How cool is this? Why not set up a command? I just don't know a whole lot about them yet. Like, set up a command for what? Okay, so let's get... Man, we need to... There's like momentum when I move. Alright, here we go. Let's just go this way. Wither skeleton. I need to get back to base. I got a portal over here. I guess I could just make a portal. We're in creative. This one work? Yeah. Let's just place that. And where's my menu here? Oh man, look at this. Okay, so you still have the options here, and you can R1 through them all. But then there's a search. Oh, that's cool. So, what are some things we couldn't use in creative on PlayStation? Let's do the Ender Drag. There it is, Dragon Egg. So we can do this in creative now without having to fight him. Okay, so we need a flint and steel. Hey, here we go. Sorry guys, let me catch up here. Okay, we're here. Use the middle option. Use middle option for what? Okay, so here we are. God, I'm sure everything's... Oh, this is an old save. This is the old storage room. I'm sure so much stuff is broken right now. Oh, this is so old. This still has these villagers in here. This save might not even have the villager trading hall. Flying machines? These flying machines won't work. We're going to have to change these. Oh my goodness. Because sticky pistons won't leave their blocks. I wonder if these will work. Oh my goodness. Everything's going to be broken, guys. In inventory, top right corner, click the middle. This? Oh, and that. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's showing you what you have in your inventory. Alright, let's go up here. I wonder if these shulker box odors still work. These filters, we're gonna have to change our filter systems. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what do we need to look at first? Let's check out, let's see if this still works. So, no. Okay, let's fill this up with stuff. Wow, this was so long ago. Stop placing these. My goodness. Alright, so let's take a few of these. And let's try to fill this up just about and see if this thing works. Okay. Now let's get rid of this one. And here's, okay. Man, it just feels like it's a brand new game. Alright, so let's put this here. So that's almost full. This is probably not going to work. And let's put a stack into here. The storage for your world is smaller on the Bedrock edition. Oh, yeah, that was the old... If you're talking about the old storage room, this save is old. This copy. So, is that not... Apparently that didn't break it. Oh, it's because it's using quasi-power right here. Oh, no. Not having quasi-power is gonna suck. I mean, everything we use is either using quasi-power or one-tick pulses to pistons. So that's gonna need to change. I know hoppers can be pretty buggy. Oh, autosave's on? I know using hoppers is gonna be really buggy. How do I turn this off? Let's see. I hate autosave. It just breaks stuff. Random tick speed. Then you got packs, active global resources. Toy Story mashup. Wow. This is gonna take some time, guys. We gotta figure all this stuff out. I'm not sure how to turn off autosave. Please, like world storage. Not right now, Dire Wolf. I don't even know what we're gonna be doing. So I might be loading in and out of different saves to check different things out depending on what chat wants. My game keeps telling me I don't have enough storage. Yeah, I had to do this. So what I did, Ferris, is I had to go and back up all your old saves to the cloud, and then that way you can delete some of your old ones. Because yeah, there's not as much storage it seems. Man, I don't know how to turn off autosave. It's got to be here somewhere. That's how I dealt with it. How does the flow, like right now, it seems, for some reason I don't have a whole lot of slime spawning in. That's kind of weird. And it is on hard mode. Member infinite. Where is it? Mob spawning, that's on. Command blocks enabled. Those are going to be fun to mess around with. Yeah, this is in hard mode. And we don't have any slime spawning. I don't know what that is. I know there's like a weird global mob cap. I wonder if we turn it to... the mob cap's going to take some getting used to. And so if you don't have a problem doing this, switching to peaceful and off peaceful, that may be the best option for some of our mob farms and moving forward is to get rid of, because as far as I know, and it might all be different with the PlayStation port, there was like a 200 global mob cap limit of all mobs. And so we might have to do stuff like that, and they don't just unload when you unload the chunks. I'm pretty sure they made it so you can't turn autosave. That would really be disappointing. Because that, I mean, that destroys flying machines. What cloud? So, Ferris, go to your PlayStation storage and application storage, and then you'll see your game files, like where they store your game files. And then you can back them up to online storage once you have that linked up. Yeah, we don't have any of these guys spawning in. Okay, so I guess let's go around and check some of the different farms. Villagers are doing their things. Let's check the AFK fish farm. See if this still works. It's not even... It's not casting it against this door. We're gonna have to change this. And Microsoft account, a lot of people are having issues with it. Right now, you don't need it unless you want to bring over like some skin packs or play cross-platform, which, as far as I know, isn't even working on PlayStation right now. Oh yeah, because they might not even be slime chunks on Bedrock. Oh man, that's right, because they're the same for all seeds on Bedrock. So those might not be slime chunks anymore. So this doesn't work. We're gonna have to change this and do a different AFK fish farm. Let's see what else. Oh, there's a slime. Question is, did he spawn here or in there? Let's go to the nether. Needs an auto clicker? Yeah, no kidding. Okay, so let's go into the nether. Let's make sure, let's see if this still links. It links to this one. Shit. So, we need to get to the hub. And... Alright, I think it's going to be easier to get there in the overworld. Okay. Oh, don't go back in there. Slow down, game. It feels like, honestly, I feel like I have momentum, more momentum when I'm moving in Bedrock than we did on PlayStation, if that makes sense. I feel like there's momentum as I move, and it's carrying me. Maybe that makes sense. I don't know. That feels like that's the case. So those are gone. See, I was kind of worried about these. I had TNT on these. I was worried about them falling on the base and blowing it up. Okay, so let's go... Oh, let's go to... I don't know if the gold farm's on this save or not. Yeah, just let me know, guys. I'm definitely ADHD right now with all the different things we need to look at. So if there's something specific you want me to check, I'll do so for sure. I don't think I have a gold farm in this save. We might have to jump over to the survival world just to check out a couple things there. But now that scares me, not being able to turn off autosave. Switching over there. Yeah, maps are no longer needed. So honestly, yeah, I could take this out of my pocket. Here. I was gonna look at the crafting. Okay, so you just have this. So this is your. This is what you have on you, and this is your um, creative mode. Rendering has bugs. I hope not. It's definitely look at how it's like it's not rendering in blocks, like it's not rendering, in a flat edges like it used to. It's kind of like a fog kind of going around. But yeah, it's gonna be a tough call to make. I really don't want to give up all the progress we've made on this world, especially since we have the perimeters. That would be making a perimeter on Bedrock. Oh my goodness. It's taking a while to load all this stuff in. Spawn chunks. As far as I know, spawn chunks don't stay loaded on the Bedrock edition. I don't know. That's what I've heard. Wow, yeah, we're getting some holes here. Okay, we're almost near our spawn chunks. Okay, so there's our little spawn hut with no beam coming out of it. So I don't... Oh, there it is. There's that. So the perimeter's over here, the witch farm. PS4 zero tick doesn't work. Yeah, I know there are ways to do it in Bedrock. I don't use zero tick. That's just of my opinion, but there are ways to do it in Bedrock. Last I knew. Do I plan on starting a new world or updating? Had you asked me yesterday, I was gonna plan on starting a new world. But I'm really on the fence about it because you got to think the time put into making the perimeters. I don't know. That's something we're gonna have to come to a decision about. Okay, so this has this witch farm. Before we even close it in, this had the test version. This probably doesn't even work. Because this is using quasi power here, isn't it? Yeah, there's like a movement momentum when I go left and right here. So oh, it's shifting the floor. So I wonder if shifting floors will still work. Let's I guess let's do this. Why don't you place? I'm not falling through. Huh. No, I hear you about that. So the biggest the biggest concerns I have, or what I think is going to be deciding factors here on whether or not we change worlds is whether or not the nether and the end are going to need to reset. So let's go check that out because I've explored all the walls of the nether. You know what I mean? I've loaded those in. Oh god, piston bolts. I wonder. Well, this is backwards. I wonder if piston bolts work. Tap jump to exit the minecart. Let's test the piston bolt on the way back and see if this works. Outside old world borders, not yet. We're about to in the nether. We'll start here in the nether. And as far as I know, on Bedrock, you can get to the top of the nether, but you can't place blocks. There's a block build limit. Oh, that's weird. So that doesn't auto fall into there anymore. That doesn't fall in the soul sand at all. Okay. Let's test the piston bolt. Give me that back. Oh, this minecart isn't... No. This is supposed to be curved. Well, I can't test it, because if I curve that, it's going to break everything. Let's see. Maybe... Gosh. Alright, well, I can't test that. Alright, well, let's go explore and see what it's like. Let's get out of the ceiling, because this is going to be... Alright, here we are. We have our coordinates up there. You broke a bunch of bedrock. I got a feeling it's not going to be there. I've got a feeling the wall is not going to be here. We're just going. So this will be kind of interesting because then we can load other fortresses. Because my fortress is, I wish it was over the lava lake, but it's not. Look at this. We just keep going. Look at that. No wall or nothing. Maybe this wasn't the best, great update wasn't the greatest idea. I mean, it was gonna come. It was gonna come. No matter what. Okay, so here we are. We're on the roof. We can move around. Can't. Height limit for building is 128 blocks. So we can place there, but we can't place above it. But we can move up here. Look at this. Anything else we need to check out in the nether before we go to the end? So the walls aren't here anymore. You do have a height build limit. But one part that excites me is the fact that with the world being infinite, it's going to give us, it's going to make, our nether hubs even more important because we're going to be able to travel more distances. And that's exciting because then that means, we can come up, I don't know if the piston bolt is going to work or not if we adjust it, or we can use blue ice highways. It's going to be even more important. Because the piston bolt in the PlayStation, yeah, it was fun, and it was a kind of a gimmick, but you didn't need it, just because you didn't really have far to go. So let's portal out of here. Let's see, let's get this. And, okay, so... what is all this here? Okay, so we can search. Okay, here we go. Here's our building blocks. Block of coal. Wood. This will take some getting used to, that's for sure. And then we could just search up here. Not the axe. Go to this. There we go. So let's portal out of here. There's definitely momentum, but that might be just a flying thing, but I think I felt it when I was walking too. It's a little odd. So if you see me like place something that's not where I wanted to place it, it's probably because I moved a little more than I thought I was going to. So let's throw this on here. Can you craft enchanted apples? As far as I know, that's not a thing. Let's check in the menu. So yeah, I made a whole bunch of them yesterday. There's enchanted apples here, but can we craft them? It was just gold and it was just what? Gold and apples. There's a. What about furnace minecarts? What do you mean? Do we have furnace minecarts? Here's a furnace. Is that not a thing on Bedrock? That's not a thing. Oh man, those are my favorite. There's a bug where you slowly spin without touching the controller. Oh god, that sounds awesome. Can't you see your location on the map in the nether? Yeah, probably if I would have just pulled out a different map. So this is all... Look at this. We're at negative 8,000. For the first time ever on my PlayStation, I've seen negative 8,000. That is crazy. Holy cow, guys. That right there was one of the biggest draws to this. Yeah, there's a lot of shit that's not going to work. A lot of redstone isn't going to work. But look at this. We're at negative 8,000. And I didn't have the mesa nor the mushroom on my world. So now I can go find those. Or if you didn't have the jungle. This would be so cool. All this room for activities. Okay, so what are you guys saying? Extra rare blocks, that could be... Mods will never be allowed. Well, you get the add-ons. You get add-ons now. And I don't know a whole lot about them. You got to pay for them as far as I know with the mine coins or whatever they call them. Oh, this is crazy. So, how many mobs you can't spawn? Well, as far as I know, there's a 200 mob cap limit. We'll mess more with that stuff in a little bit. I think what we should probably do. This is cool. Is there a villager cap here? I don't know, but I know it's higher than PlayStation if it has it. I think they still fall in the global mob cap. Like I think the global mob cap is 200. As far as I know, and name tagging doesn't take them out. It's something we're just going to have to test around with. So like if you have 100 villagers designated for your iron farms and for your breeder, then I think the rest of your mobs can only spawn 100 of them, as far as I know. I'm having chunk loading issues on a new world. Like, is it staying unloaded? I had it where, like, sometimes they'll be black as I fly over them, but then, yeah, I give it a minute and it loads in. Yeah, we do have our elytra on us. What are we doing? Let's get some rockets. Okay. Use the thing. Going to fly mode here. There we go. Do mobs despawn with name tags on them at Bedrock? God, I hope not. I don't think so. Unfortunately, I already switched to passive here to clear it to see if slimes would respawn. This is so cool that we got so much room here. For Nether Hub now, do we still do +8? Yes. Unless something dramatically has changed, the dimensions are still exactly the same. Oh, we just hit... Oh, okay. So we just hit... Yeah. So we just hit, like, chunks that weren't loaded, but we gave them enough time, and then they came in. What's the best, worst change in your opinion so far? Wow. Okay. So I think I'll have to speak in generalities because I think probably the best change is for me are going to be infinite worlds because it just gives you so much room to do stuff. I think that's going to be the best change for me. Realms obviously are going to be a huge thing because it's so demanding to leave your PlayStation on all the time. The worst is, it's going to be the redstone, most likely. It's either going to be the redstone or the global mob caps, and I think that's going to be something we're going to have to kind of test out, and through time we're going to know which one's the biggest evil. Because mob spawning slower, mob farmers are going to be changing. Um, but, I mean, obviously we don't have quasi-connectivity, which almost everything we use runs off of. We don't have... Pistons don't leave their blocks out. Sticky pistons don't leave their block out with a one-tick pull. So all of our basic flying machines are going to have to be changed. A lot of our farms are going to have to change. That's going to be so much stuff. But it's going to be one of those things. There's going to be growing pains, just like with anything. And then you give it enough time, we're going to figure this stuff out, and we'll work around it. And I think within, a few weeks, a few months, people are going to be like, okay, we're going to make this work, and what choice do we have anyway? Yeah, you could stay playing the old Legacy, but that's Legacy now. It's not even going to be updated. We got bees. I mean, that's going to be awesome. Bees, Redstone isn't reliable. No, there's reliability and Bedrock really don't belong in the same sentence. Redstone is going to be different. Even hoppers themselves. If I load 4 different items in a row in a chest and have them pull out of hoppers, they might end up at the end of the row in a different order. That's going to be different too. And we're just going to have to work with those quirks. And maybe now that with the PlayStation 4 player base joining the fold, maybe now that, some of these updates that need to come out are going to be be changing. Because there's some big problems with hoppers, with our filter systems, with redstone, that some of them we're going to have to deal with, and maybe some of them we'll get lucky and there's going to be patches coming out. Do we have wither rows? As far as I know, wither rows has been added to Bedrock Edition. I better pay attention here. We'll check that out in a second here. Because, as far as I know, that was just added recently with the 1.13 update on Bedrock. So we should be... Okay, where's our map? Oh, there's a guardian. Hi there. And I guess they had a big problem with like drowners when it despawn. Okay, so we should be near... We're going to go to the end. That's where we're heading towards. Once we find our little beacon. Honey blocks are going to be awesome. Honey blocks are going to be absolutely awesome. And those are going to be game changers. And there's going to be a lot of our farms, we're going to be able to incorporate those. And we're going to change a lot of our farms to use those. Well, where is this thing? The only human that's speaking English in there. Okay, we gotta find our... I got this written down. This is such a mess right now. Just trying to find everything. Okay, so we need to find... Let's see if we have wither rows here in this menu. Yeah, look at that. There is storage. It's much more limited than PlayStation. What I had to do is I had to upload a lot of my save files to the cloud, and then I had to delete them out of the save game storage on my PlayStation. And then once I deleted some out of the Minecraft, then that cleared up enough storage where I could transfer my worlds. So That you're gonna have to do that if your storage is full like mine was. That's I don't know any other way around that. Um, Auto sorters aren't working. Not many standard ones. They're gonna have to be adjusted, and I think we're gonna be incorporating pistons and locking hoppers to fix those. We might take a look at them in the flat world here in a little bit, because hoppers aren't reliable, so they won't reliably grab the item all the time. Can you repeat that? Yes. So if you have here, let's save and quit, and let me show you. I won't be able to leave the Minecraft tab, I don't think, with how this is live streaming, because I think they'll cut the screen off. But I'll do the best I can here. Oh, seeing bees on this menu is awesome. This is really taking a while to save. Yeah, the loading is this saving is very slow. Make a hopper auto sorter instead of using a water stream. Then, well, uh, I see what you're saying to slow it down. I don't think we necessarily have to do that. We'll take a look at it. We'll take a look at it if we have time. The problem is the hoppers themselves don't reliably grab blocks, even if they're not on cooldown, or grab items. So, okay, so if you're here and you see your storage bar is all the way full, okay? So when I logged into this game, I didn't have the storage bar. It just asked me if I wanted to transfer my worlds, right? And then I tried, and it kept saying your storage is full. That's what you guys are running into. So I skipped that, and then I saw my storage bar, and it was full. So what you have to do is you need to go to your PlayStation settings, go to storage, application, save data management, and you need to go through and take all these old worlds that you want to make a backup of, but you can delete right now because maybe you're not using it right now. Like this one, the SciCraft Create a Void. I took all the save data from that and I transferred it to online storage. So it was backed up. That way, right from here, I can delete it, and later I can re-download it if I need to. Because you need to get rid of some of these old worlds in order to transfer a new one over, if that makes sense. Yeah, deleting the world, yes. If you have old worlds you're fine with deleting, just delete them. But you might have to delete several. You might have to delete several. Um, just need to make a new iron farm. No, no. This iron farm works. It works. It's just the way we stack them is going to change. Let's take a quick look at that. Bedrock is pointless, man. Well, I mean, it is what it is. It's you either play it or you don't. I like Minecraft, so I'll play it. I like learning new things, so I'll play it. There's some things obviously I don't want to change that have changed, but that's kind of how it is. Uh, Man, I deleted so many that it didn't work. Yeah, I feel you. I wanted to just to copy this world, which is like 32 megs. I had to delete like 4 or 500. It was wild. Okay, not being able to turn off autosave sucks. We're gonna have to see if there's a way to do that. Is the first one still reliable? I'd have to look at it. I can't give you a definitive yes or no right now. I'd have to look at it. The basics of iron farms are going to stay the same. Like, this still works the same. The only difference is loading two, and I addressed that in yesterday's video. We have to have them closer together. But now, we might have to spawn in some new guys here. Like, I don't know, transferring this over if this created a village. Let's kind of wait and see if cats spawn in. Because that's going to be the interesting thing, is whether or not these guys have already assigned this as a village, or if we have to create a new village here. But the spawning sizes and all that are all the same. It's still a 16 by 16 by 6 cube for your iron farms. Do I have... Tell me I got like spawning and all that on here. Okay, so creative, peaceful, hard. We have... You got mob loot. Always on. Mob spawning's on. I don't know, Ferris. I don't know. It should. It absolutely should work. But I don't want to say yes without us testing it. It absolutely should work because the mechanics are still the same. But if you're going to be over there working on it, I recommend doing this to your village or chamber and putting the water in the bottom and keeping the chamber too high. Because what we found out is that by putting water in there, but keeping it too high, they can't phase through like they used to, but also they can't de-link from their beds at night. You know what I mean? Like at nighttime, you get they get the little hate icons pop up because they can't get to their beds. By putting them in this water and keeping it too high where they can't bounce out of it, that's fixing that, so you don't have to worry about them de-linking at night. So let's kill these villagers off. And let's see, because it doesn't seem like they're creating a village here. Let's kill them off and see what happens. Or let's, hold on. Let's first make it, nighttime? Where do I... Isn't there a command for this? What's the easiest way to do this here now? Yeah, it's the same. It's the village size and golem spawning mechanics are the same. Like it's still a 16 by 16 by 6 around the beds, around the village center, which is going to be one of these beds. Set time 1400. So how do I get that? How do I get that command to pop up? And keep in mind, all I have is a mouse and the PlayStation controller on me. I don't have a keyboard plugged in. So how do I get that to pop up? When it raising the random tick speed help you with these farms? I don't think it's going to help us with this because they don't spawn on a random tick speed. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, the game tick rate, that would be awesome if we could increase that, because then we could do, 10 hours of testing in 1 hour, but then my PlayStation might explode. Me trying to sign into Microsoft account 30 times, you don't have to do that. Just so you know, as far as I know, you only have to do that to bring over stuff you've bought in the Legacy console packs, so you could just skip that for now, or to play cross-platform, which isn't even on PlayStation right now. Will you get updates if you got it for the disc of Minecraft PlayStation 4 edition? I mean, I would certainly hope so. I would absolutely think so, or else, I would stay tuned in with the Minecraft.net website for that. They do have a frequently asked question list there, and that might help. But a lot of times those discs are literally just keys. They don't have the game files on them. God, look at this. This is so weird, the trading now. Press up on D-pad to open chat. Okay, so that's not... Oh, it's right on the D-pad for me. I think it's because my up in the D-pad is the block. Okay, let me see if I can get these guys covered back up, now that I broke that. And then we'll, I might have to put these guys back in here. Yeah, it's just going to be easier to kill them. Let's kill these guys, and then let's put new ones in there and go to night. see if we can get this to work here. I was really hoping we were just going to be able to get in here and have this automatically create a village, but I mean this is Minecraft Bedrock. Okay. So we need a spawner. Okay, so we go to this. That shows us what's in our inventory. Spawn villager. Let's get some new ones. Let's just try this before we reset everything, so that way you guys don't have to do this. Let's just load that. Put 5 in here. You scumbag, get in there. Yeah, he claimed a bed. What are you doing up here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, scooch over. 5. Okay. There. Alright, so what's the command? So I type here, / what was it, set time? Provides help list of commands. Look at that. What was the command again? Activate cheats. Maybe I don't have them on this. It should be, yeah, they're activated. Yeah, they're activated. So what was the what was this? What is this? Oh, look at that. Time set 14,000. Thank you. Let's try that. Okay, so time, and I apologize. I don't have a keyboard hooked up right now. I'm getting one. Time. Oh, there's no space or space. And then hit square. There we go. Doesn't look like these guys link to these beds. Minecraft PS4 now supports, yes, it does. I've got a mouse hooked up here. Yeah, so it doesn't look like these guys automatically link to this bed. It looked like when we loaded this all in, the village was broken, and we're gonna have to remake the village. Oh, that's gonna be a shame. One, 2, 3. You. 4, 5. Okay, so we have 5 in there, 5 in here, and a mad skelly. You could break the nether ceiling with bamboo and bone meal. I think they've patched that. I'm not sure, but I've got a couple other ways to break bedrock. But if you weren't here, we actually went up on the nether roof just a little while ago, and you can move around on it, but you can't place blocks. There's a build limit at Y128, which is the very top layer of bedrock. How does redstone differ? There's no quasi-connectivity. And there's no, if you one-tick a sticky piston, it won't leave its block out. And those don't, maybe they don't seem like much to people who aren't really used to redstone, but almost every farm we've built works off of that, one way or the other. Alright, see you, Ferris. Yeah, we might have to do that, Pat. We might have to break them and replace them. We'll try that. Hey, thanks, Maury Quindy. Sorry if I butchered that. Can you play servers? They're not supposed to be right now. You're not supposed to be able to play servers, and they said it'll be released soon. Okay, so we're gonna have to try to replace these beds and try that route. One thing I was worried about is I know there's a bug with Bedrock. I don't know how prevalent it is, and maybe the water doesn't solve it, but I guess there's a bug to where if you have two hoppers like this, that sometimes, let's get something where I've got a couple items. Sometimes items, let's see if we can get this to work. Let's get a piston. Boy, this is going to take some getting used to here. So what is this? Okay, so here's a piston. Let's get a piston. And let's get a lever. Maybe we got to block this in a little bit. But what I'm trying to show is that sometimes, from what I've seen in recent bug reports on Bedrock, is sometimes the items will actually get stuck in the lip of that piston and not go in. And if that's the case, that's something we really got to watch out for, because a lot of our shulker box fillers rely on this. This isn't even pushing that. Let's push this back. And let's do... Let's do this. I don't know. We're gonna have some work to do. Anyway, we're getting off. Let's see if we could fix this. So let's replace the beds. Get out of fly mode. Crouch. Why can't I place a block there? I gotta hold it. It's not a toggle crouch. I wonder if there's an option for that then. Okay, so that got rid of all that. So let's replace the beds here. Hey, Alan, what's up, buddy? Try placing rails. We couldn't place anything up there. Hey, your iron farm works? Yeah, this is supposed to be working on Bedrock. We're just trying to figure out. It looks like we have to remake the village though. Like it didn't automatically become a village. What we were hoping it was going to do. So we're figuring out what we have to do to get this. Okay, they're claiming it. 3, 4, 5. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So the first 10 were claimed. So all these villagers have claimed beds. 5, 10, what are we at? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, excuse me, 19, 20, 21. And you don't see any angry particles over their heads because they're in water. The momentum's weird, like just moving around. Not gonna lie. Seems like there's a little bit of delay too when I'm doing this. Feels like it's a little slower than it used to be. But everything runs smooth. I mean, this is running very smooth. Very smooth. Everything looks nice. So the materials I was using to gather the tree farms are useless now. I know, no, there's that tree farm can be adjusted. Later I can touch up on it, but look up if you're making that universal tree farm. Look up Nimbomb's universal tree farm because that's what we base that tutorial on. That was the whole point of that tutorial. But he also explains how he makes it work with Bedrock. It's obviously it's going to be different, so some things are going to change. But I have a feeling you're going to be able to reuse a lot of those materials you gathered. There is no realms. This is so bold. They're going to be coming. How are the graphics? You think it's stupid to not update? Well, I mean, you could go back and you could play Legacy Console. We got any cats? Let's I can understand why we're not even getting cats. Let's get rid of everybody. Let's set our time today. Time set, and so what would be like 7,000? Okay, so let's do that. Spawning's on. How do you go back to Legacy? You can from the main menu. You could choose to play something in Legacy or not. You don't have to type time of day in. Well, I mean, you just do set 7,000 or something. Give me a cat, you guys. What is the matter with you? I wonder if any of this old Legacy stuff around here is going to interfere. When are servers coming? Don't know. I would imagine they're going to do that soon. It wouldn't make a whole lot of sense for them to. I mean, that was their big sell point, right? Better together, play together. It wouldn't make a whole lot of sense if those didn't come out soon. Yeah, I wonder if like these. I wonder if this is being affected by some of these other ones. It's just hard to tell what's a variable and what's not right now. These guys still have all their cats. And that's had iron spawn in. So that was working. Uh yeah, the game, yeah, that one spawned in a cat. Now what is this going on then? You know, I've got a feeling that we would have been better off having none of this other stuff around here and like restarting the flat map. Because yeah, that one's spawning cats. It's just hard to tell what's a variable right now. I feel like if you just have one of these set up, it's gonna work right off the rip. And that my problem right now is I got all the different things kind of around here. Maybe add a bell on the door. They don't need that. Bells aren't consistent in Bedrock. Anybody who tells you they need it, that's wrong. You don't need it. Yes, that can change the village center, but that doesn't matter. Our village center can be any one of the heads of this bed. It doesn't matter. Um, Are you sure I can update? Yeah, Gerald, if you give me a second, we will go back to the main menu and I'll show all of you guys how that works. Already tried to sneak in the air. I suggest remap sneak to L3 and not to default R3. So we can make this R3 and this L3. What would be the difference here? I think I need to get it. Is there a toggle option for sneak toggle? Because that's what I want. Um, I'm griefing. It's not in here. Auto jump. Yeah, that's what we might do. That's what we might do, Jero. I wonder if there's a way to toggle sneak. Auto update. Video. Camera perspective, hide hand, hide paper towel, hide HUD, screen animation. So it would probably be in here if we had it. View bobbing. Is there render distance, particle render distance? Not in there. Huh. I don't know if we could turn that off. Sneak in midair to place things on blocks in inventory. Yeah, and that would be a lot easier if you could toggle it. Yeah, that's cool, but it would be a lot cooler if I could just toggle it and place a bunch of stuff in sneak mode. My Microsoft login fails all the time. Yeah, that's what I've heard, man. It's not necessary though. You don't have to do that right now. I didn't. That's mostly for servers or bringing like old stuff you bought on the Legacy Edition over. Okay, so why don't we... I guess we'll just try to rebuild one of these and just do that. Oh man, now I keep pushing that on accident. See, I don't know what that did to help anything. Other than make it easier to press. Oh, there's one. Look at that. Huh. Just press X button and sneak at the same time. Oh, you sneaky Mattia. That works. Oh, that's it? He only has one thumb on that. No, no, my friend. As a matter of fact, I have several on that one hand. Look at this. It's a little weird, but luckily I play claw. Props to any of you who know what playing claw means on controller. Alright, we got a golem, so maybe you just got to give it a little bit of time to get spun up. Do you go to play today? I don't know what you mean by that. We can use your shields underwater, no more dodging tridents. Yes! And we can, as far as I know, we can place blocks. Oh my god, now I keep hitting that. Underwater as well. I'm doing it again. It's going to take a little bit of getting used to there. Wow, you place a lot faster going sideways. Look at that. That's cool. Good thing I got this shovel here. Alright, let's... While we're sitting around here waiting for more golems to spawn. Because we saw one spawn in. This is kind of a mess. Yeah, we gotta do this. Man, I miss the old... I miss our old creative menu. where I knew where everything was. Okay, so here's a mine cart. Oh, look at that. You minimize it. Oh, and you minimize and maximize these things. Okay, that's kind of cool. Okay, so now let's get a redstone block. And let's put this here. Oh, I keep pushing that. Oh, that's cool. No, don't break it. Okay. Oh, it broke it all. But it does it under source blocks, though. This is probably the most useless thing in the world, but I still think it's kind of cool. Oh, I love how fast we can play sideways. What happened here? Look at this. Oh, that's awesome. Will TNT duper still work? No. No. But you can push dispensers. Oh my goodness, we can push dispensers. We need to go to the other flat world here and test that stuff out. Okay, well, we saw one spawn. I'll test this more. I don't want to waste a bunch of your guys' time, but I'll test this more because this one worked right away. Let's check a couple things out, and if you guys want me to build another one of these right now on stream, I'm fine with that. Just let me know. I don't if that's not anything you're interested in seeing, then I won't do it. But if you want me to build one of these separate so we know it works from scratch, I could do that now, or I could just do it off stream later. No big deal. But okay, so there's a couple things I wanted to see here. Yeah, TNT duper, so you can't push the, or you can push dispensers, but obviously then you're gonna have to have all the TNT. Okay, where's my flat? Test flat. Oh, shoot. I don't think I can back out of this. I was gonna show you playing it on Legacy. Do that in a second. Oh, have you seen Han Solo? Yes. Boba Fett. Am I logged into Microsoft? No. And I suggested enable down up on the D-pad to go down up slowly. Yeah, I might have to do that. So then I'm going to have to change something for my pick block. My pick block right now is, I think, down and up on the D-pad, or down on the D-pad, one of those. So I'm going to have to change that. There's going to be a few button changes, but if you guys didn't see it earlier, you can move crouch to your L3, and if you hold L3 and X at the same time in creative, you can crouch in midair in place, and that was awesome. Is your creeper farm with the stone wall still good? It should still force only creepers to spawn, but I have no idea about rates or anything like that right now. See, because the thing of it is you have a decision there with those mob farms. You know, on PlayStation typically we always used flushing systems, right? We would just flush them off and kill them either with fall damage or magma. And that worked for us because our rates were fast enough that made sense. You know, that was simple. Now on Bedrock Edition, you can use, yeah, let's go play on this. You can use trident killers. And with the trident killer, I can hold a looting 3 sword in my hand and let a trident killer, which is basically just a machine that kills them automatically with tridents. And I can use that and still get the looting effect because I'm holding the sword in my hand. So they've been doing that instead of fall damage kills because their spawn rates are slower, so they can make up for that by using the looting 3 from the sword. So that's kind of like the difference in how they're killing their mobs. So the that creeper only mob farm that I made, it's still going to, as far as I know, it's still going to only allow creepers to spawn because of the spawning platform design, but I'm not sure yet on if the rates are going to necessitate the need for a trident killer or if we get away with how it is now. I think the good test is going to be, well, one, making perimeters in Bedrock is going to suck, but I think the good test is going to be is going into the ocean and putting this underneath the ocean and having it fall. You're going to have to dig down, so making sure you get the 25 blocks for creepers to fall and die instantly. And then we'll have to compare that to using the Trident Killer looting 3. Is there also the Nether update? No. There is not a Nether update. Okay, so let's take a look around here and see what's working and what's not working. Test the floor builder. Yes, we can go take a look at this. We could take a look at this. Okay, so first, let's grab some blocks. This should still be working. Okay, not going down is very weird for me. Here it is. Let's fill in some of these blocks now. Whoa. No. The conveyor system isn't working because it's relying on quasi power. Let's go look at the flying machines, because we're going to have to change those. Okay, so let's look at some of this stuff. Let's see. Let's get a... Every time I have to change this. Let's get a... Yeah, let me just do this. Let's get one of these. We've already got one of those. Now let's try this. Okay, so let's go over here. And just goof around with some of this stuff a little bit. Still breaks those. And now we need to see all the new stuff that we can push. Oh, this has got to be moved back. We're going to be using, I think, glazed terracotta a lot in our flying machines now. What is this? Okay. It's a dispenser. It's a dispenser. Oh, this is it. Look at this. Here we go. Oh my goodness. It's basically like Minecraft. Yeah, I mean, basically Bedrock is just a glorified mobile port, to be honest. But that's also partly why it runs so well. No? Wow. The fact that we can push chests and hoppers. We need to get one over here with hoppers, because I think that's going to be a big deal. Okay. Shulker boxes, that would still break. And that's what we're going to have to test, because in one of my worlds, guys, I got a, I got a way to break the end portal, but we can't dupe gravity blocks like they can on Java. Oh, I mean, that doesn't matter. And I wonder if we can get away with that now. And then here's going to be a big one. Hoppers. Where are these? Hopper. All this should still work the same. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The limit should be, the push limit should all be the same. All this should be the same. Grabs blocks and brings them back. All that's going to be the same. Quasi power. Not going to work. And if I update it, there's a normal block. Nothing. Here's pushing into quasi power. And then all what this would need would be an update on legacy. And then that would work. Yeah, so this one, that would be a one-way flying machine. It would take one step, but that doesn't work. Doesn't work. That would have pushed all that. Oh, God. No. So much is different. All this. You're all busted. Two parties work? What do you mean two parties work? These were our, so this is our bamboo farm flying machine. And this would have been, just update that. No quasi power. So it has to be on the side of these. Oh, gosh. So I think the way they're doing this, no, sorry, someone's bugging me. So, okay, so let's get a couple of these blocks out. Get that out of there, get that out of there. Yeah, we can keep all this. Let's get, oh my God, honey blocks, are you kidding? Okay, so we need that, we need this. Where's our pistons? We need a sticky piston, we need this. We've got observers. Okay, so let's see what's happening here. Let's go out here a little ways. Put this here. I think they're doing two of these like that, and then they're doing this to update that. See, I think that's how they're doing this. Still it's cool. Oh no. It'll be here. Place observers probably in the slime. Yeah. How long have we waited? I mean, this has been in rumors forever. Command block down Bedrock edition. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm the guy. And that's going to take a lot of practice with, because I think that's going to really help with testing our farms and everything. So now all we should have to do is just copy this, I believe, and this should work. We should probably block this in here. There's a weird momentum now. Alright, let's see. matter. Now, I think this should do stuff for us. Oh, I keep pushing that button. Right? Or am I losing my mind here? Now do we... Look at that! That's a whole lot of extra blocks. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. It's auto-returning. No, I'm not ready. Look at all those extra blocks we had to do. It left that piston over there. So this piston energized at the same time this was returning back. So we're going to have to account for that too. Oh, man. Can you install mods? You have add-ons. You can get add-ons. Maybe a video on a gas farm. I don't know if those are working on Bedrock. We're going to have to check that all out. Wow. That is a very complicated way of just building a flying machine. Huh. Alright, so what else we got to test? Those are weird. But we could still use them for harvesting crops. What else do we have? Oh, okay, so here's our... We know the shulker box loader doesn't work. We got to change that because that relies on quasi power, but we'll be able to get something to work. I wonder if it's just as simple as putting a block on the back. So if we just put a block there, let's get rid of this and see. Okay, so let's get this almost full and see if that fixed that. Gotta keep pushing that. All right, so let's fill this thing up. Oh, look at that. You can see it drag up there. Huh. Man, it's so crazy. It's like a whole new game. It's like a whole new game, guys. It just feels so different. It looks different. It feels different. And it's just going to take some time for us all to get used to it. You know, you can't really, it's hard to say now. You just got to give it some time and see how you feel about it later. Okay. Let's see if this works. It's not. Yeah, this is all going to have to change. Huh. See if furnaces store XP. They do. They do. So let's get a chest, furnace. I think we got rid of our hopper, so let's get a hopper. Where are they? There we are. Let's get that. Okay, so let's just get a stack of charcoal. That's nether wart. Okay. Let's get... And this whole menu's different now. Okay, let's just get a bunch of... I guess we could just get a bunch of kelp. See this new trick you guys showed me. Look at that. I can do it again. That's awesome. Okay, oh, look at that. See, on my hotbar, it doesn't. On my hotbar, it doesn't show there's 64. It just shows one. It's just, well, that's just creative mode. Maybe that was there before. I don't remember, but still interesting. Okay, so let's put these in here. Now we need to lock this. So let's get a lever and a block. Lever right here. And let's block this. Bugger, like that so much. Yeah, I know it was so simple. There's definitely some on Bedrock. We're just gonna have to make with them. When I die with diamond armor, I just exit without saving because I'm a coward and lazy. You know that one problem I've got with this is it doesn't seem like we could disable autosave, and I'm not a huge fan of that at all. Especially like if I have people come play with me, or if you have friends that join you, or even randoms that join you. You know, there's nothing stopping trolls. Yeah, I see that redstone. It was just kind of surprised me. Heard that. Load up the save before death. Yeah. Sometimes sometimes that's what you got to do. I wanted to do it the other day when I dropped my whole shulker in the void. It was just too late. Okay, so it's storing all this stuff. Then we'll go to survival. Rip X without saving, yeah. It's just going to take time, guys. We're just going to have to mess with it. You know what I mean? And see what it's going to take just some time to figure out all the new mechanics. And if you're like me and if you like learning different things, then you'll enjoy that. But if there's anything else specific, we're going to go a little while now. Nothing stopping trolls. Too great to be true. Hey, when you pause, the game still runs in the background. Is it doing that? I'm pausing. I'm going to check my Guardian farm. Yeah, no kidding. And let's see. It's at 13. So watch. It's going to go 14. We're pausing. And then let's just give it a second. Yeah, it's still going. Why didn't I use the smoker? I don't know. I just pulled this out. It doesn't really matter right now. The iron farm work? Yes. Well, one of them worked. We're gonna take a little bit more look at it. But the first one we loaded in didn't, and then another one did. There's no reason it shouldn't work. The only question is whether or not the villages automatically create themselves after the conversion. Okay, so let's take a look at our XP here. And we'll gain an XP. And then, so all we need to do is stop these. Chicken is moving in the background. Oh yeah, I guess that works. There they go. Can't stop the chickens. Will bubble column spawn guardians now then? I have no idea. I have no idea. Yeah, we're just going to have to check them. Can hoppers be moved? Yes. Yes, they can. And we're going to be having to use that a lot. So let's take a look at these item filters. Because we're going to have to do something different here. Let's see. So let's go back here, change this. And let's see what we could do there. This is the double speed one. Okay, so this guy here might still work. If you've seen my video on this guy might still work. If I flip this on unloading, I grab one of these. Let's say I need redstone. I throw that. That still works. And that should show up here. Is it just super slow or is it stuck somewhere? Oh, looks like something's not getting powered. God, isn't that weird? Look at that. So this might need some fine-tune adjustment here. It's stuck somewhere. Might just be the item elevator's not working. So we might have to change our item elevators a little bit. Is it stuck up here? What the hell is it? I don't know. Where'd you go in my box? Yeah, let's put something in here. Didn't it? So we're going to have to look at updating our item elevators a little bit here. But that shouldn't be something we can't fix. These single item sorters. Let's go. That is that one. So these standard designs, they're still going to work. The only issue is sometimes hoppers aren't reliable on Bedrock, especially if it's a lot of items. There's a chance things are going to stick or not go. So let's see if we could test this a little bit here. So let's put down a chest. Let's see what we can come up with here. Oops. Going too fast. Okay, and then let's put a chest here. Now let's just kind of test this a little bit. So let's get a couple blocks. So let's get this. And we're going to put all these in here just so we know what order we're going to put them in. Cobble, mossy, smooth, coal, kelp. Okay, so we know what order those are in there. We're going to drop them all into here. Like, look at that. What is that? What is this? Oh, I hate some of my building farms. Yeah, you're preaching to the choir here. So many of mine just aren't working. So flying machines broken. Traditional flying machines are broken. A little while ago we showed one that does work. Hello there. Hello there, Star Wars. Huge fan. Yeah, it's Bedrock. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Now the one trying to bring up, I seen a guy make a really cool Bedrock filter, and I want to make one here on stream, and we can take a look at it. Okay, so here we go. We're just gonna have to mess with this stuff because I think what we might do with this design. So there's your filter. What we might end up doing is moving our filter here. We might end up moving our filter up there. And having one of these in with one of the items. No, we don't see. We don't want that to happen yet. Let's break this for now. Okay, so what we might end up having to do, and I'll know more. I'll play around more with this later, and then we could talk about it when we've all kind of had a chance to test around with all this. But I think what might be the best thing to do is keep hoppers off of your stream, and when this gets power, so when this hits, normally this would have 41, right? When this gets an extra one in there, so it increases our signal strength, then we move this back in, allowing it to pull items through all the way back down to 1. Okay? I seen a guy do that, and I think that might be the best way for us to deal with the fact that those hoppers are bedrockish now, if that makes sense. We might have to do something like this, or we move them off and then move them back on. So stay tuned, and we'll mess around with that. You can make your own skin, absolutely. OP Gold Farm, no, it does not work. I tested a dropper shooting into a hopper, and it didn't work. Is that a change? Yeah, that would be definitely a change. That should be right on the top of this guy. So here's a dropper, and let's it shot. I wonder if those are skipping over that. Yep, and there's the item. So yeah, that worked. Dropper shooting into it. Off with all your boys. It's like you're starting from scratch. Yeah, no kidding. But I mean, we're all gonna work together on it. You know, that's how it all goes. It's we're all gonna be, you know, somebody's gonna figure out something that works for one thing, and then someone's gonna figure out something that works for another. I bet this thing is a mess here, but this is cool. The fact that that happens is cool. Our towers, we could change a lot of these towers, and a lot of that could be glass now. You know, we can have glass redstone towers coming up, and that's going to be neat. There's just a lot of things that's going to take time. Now, here's what I wonder. Here's my perfect furnace array I just came up with. And what this thing would do is it would at... Oh, how many was it? At 124 blocks, this would send off and fill these furnaces twice. And then after doing it twice, the counter, all right, here I have it over here. The counter, this counter, this adding machine would then send the refueler. I wonder if this is going to work. All right, so I doubt it. Question is where's it going to be broken? Okay, so what do we got? A bunch of oak logs in there. Okay, so here's wood planks. And where's logs? See planks. Somewhere else? Okay, here we go. It's over here. Nature. So let's see what happens here. So a PlayStation minecart loader. But these things are nice because we'll be able to lock everything. It counted. We'll be able to lock all these hoppers for XP. Our minecart unloader is going to be easier now. We can do easier minecart unloaders instead of that odd one we had to make on PlayStation 4. So that's still doing its thing. So this might still work. I gotta adjust the timing. It's like they're slower. They're definitely slower. Look at how slow they are. Because this timing used to work where it would stop it and it would go back again. Wow. I have an Xbox One X. We're better together. Can I join you? Well, that's the selling point. That's what they told us. But right now, Realms aren't on PlayStation. I don't know if you can join other Realms that aren't made on PlayStation. But all they said is Realms aren't on PlayStation right now. I expect them soon. And yeah, once I have to create a Microsoft account to do that. Yeah, it is slow. It's very slow. Not necessarily a bad thing. You know, it is what it is. It's just different. It's not like I've got a 1280 furnace array like Il Mango does where it might take the minecart 5 minutes to go across now. Can you still play with the legacy? Yeah, let's do that real quick. Let's do that real quick and then we'll wrap it up here. So, save and quit. If there's any last minute things you guys want to check real quick before we wrap up the stream, let me know. I know it's been scatterbrained. I thank you guys for being patient. It's just there's a lot of new stuff here. You can load it faster by hand, pretty much. Okay, so now let's see here. Let's see how we do this here. I think I might have to back out all the way to the beginning again. Let's back out of here. Let's back out of this. Okay, so, okay, there it is, additions. Oh, I clicked X on accident. We still need PS Plus. Yes, you still need PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live. There's a lot. Can I scream now? It's a lot, guys. It's just going to take some time. This is crazy. Additions. Version you're about to play in is the old version of Minecraft, can no longer be updated. Are you sure you want to play? We'll click yes. So what does your beacon not do? Now, we flew by one of my beacons and I still saw the beam coming out. So what's it not doing? Is it just not giving you the effect? And if you restart the beacon by putting, a couple more ingots in, does that start it again? Item frames on the ground. Yes, it's on Bedrock. Let's make sure it works on this. Oh my god, look at this, guys. How old school is this? Look at how OG this is. Look at this. This was so yesterday. What is that red bar there? Oh, this is everything that was converted. So this is what I was curious about, is if I make progress on a world, am I going to have to reload it in the old edition or vice versa? You know what I mean? That's what I was kind of curious about. It looks like that's the case. Meaning that it's not, and it makes sense, it's not going to update both save files. But that's how you do it. The last thing, yeah, I think that was it. And then you just go to launch new Minecraft. So yes, if you guys are nervous, you can still play Legacy Console. But as you progress the save in one, it's not going to progress the save in the other. Exactly. Make a copy if you want, update the world. Exactly. That's pretty much how you're going to have to do it. It's 2 saves at that point. Am I still going to use the old one? Probably not. I mean, I don't really have a need to. Maybe if I get so frustrated within the next hour or two from playing this, I might turn it on just to regain my sanity. But it wouldn't make, especially as someone trying to do YouTube, it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense for me to do that. So probably not. Why can't I play on servers? They're not working on PlayStation right now. You can follow their Twitter, the Minecraft Twitter account, their website. They'll keep us posted. But that did not come out before. Look at this. And then you click on your profile, and I mean, look at this, guys. Edit your character. Connecting to the store. Look at this, though. Isn't this cool? If you guys are like me, I'm going to be spending off camera at least an hour. And you're doing all this. Look at that. How cool is that? That's fantastic. Character has been saved. Look at all these saved ones you can have. So anyway, guys, I think that just about does it. Let's put this picture frame up and down because I do want to see that for myself. Because what that means is the fact that you put picture frames down and up, then you can completely change your map room. We can make like a planetarium kind of thing with all of our maps. When will the servers come out? Don't know yet. Don't know yet. I have a feeling that they probably wanted to make sure it was stable just for PlayStation users first, and then integrate them. So let's get an item frame, and we could search now. So that's old school. Here's new school. Can't do it right next to it. Oh my goodness. How exciting. Very cool. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for all the feedback. This is my first YouTube stream. So maybe we'll do more of these in the future. It was a lot of fun. I hope I answered some of you guys' questions. I'm sure I probably left you with more unanswered than answered. It's just that's how this is going to be, guys. This is going to take some while to it's like they just threw a whole bunch of spaghetti at the wall and maybe some of it'll stick. It's just going to take a little while to for all this to sink in, to learn all the quirks and everything, and we know there's plenty of quirks in Bedrock. So anyway, guys, have an awesome night. I'll talk to you all soon. Thanks for stopping by. This is Trav. Bye for now.